What I was thinking about was the apartment I lived on, what's the name of that low down dog? I lived on Bassett Road with Diney Bursell and Rita George.
I didn't realize you ever lived with Diney Bursell. Okay.
Yeah.
She was the guy who did the LSD experiments on the spiders, his daughter?
Her dad did, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the point of the story?
You were thinking of something that happened when you guys lived with in that apartment on Bassett Road?
Yeah. It was just around the corner from Barney's place. And I remember it was the place that I was living in when I got arrested, and I got allowed to go back home, which was there on Bassett Road, and the copper stayed overnight in the jail.
Oh yeah, right. And you were arrested for
graffiti on a traffic light control bollard on the corner of Portobello Road and Notting Hill Gate.
And what were you graffitiing?
Oh, the Street Lightning Gang logo, turning it into a teleport.
And you were wearing a big sombrero that you had found in the trash?
Yes, I was. I can't remember whether I was ordered to clean it off or not. I seem to remember that I was told to, but I don't remember who by. That was the time when I got arrested and taken to the police station, and I was sitting in a chair, and the tea lady came by, so I was served tea and biscuits, and the police, who I'd been arrested on a felony for destruction of public property or something like that, and so they took a liking to me because I was drawing all of the policemen in the station, and so they looked and thumbed through a huge book of possible things they could bust me for that was lesser than a felony, and so they found a charge of defacing a pail, which was only a misdemeanor. So I got fined £75 for that. And the judge said to me, "Do you know what you're charged with?" And I said, "Defacing a pail. You have anything to say?" "I won't do it again, sir."
Were you drawing people in the courtroom too, or just the police station?
No, in the police station.
And you still have those illustrations?
Yes, I still have them.
That's neat.
I've got a photograph of me in my sombrero. And
right. Which actually can be found online somewhere on a website. Yeah. I'll look that up.
I remember I was coming back from visiting with Barney Bubbles, and as I came across London, I'd been graffitiing all the way with the Street Lightning Gang, so it was only when I got to Notting Hill Gate that I got busted.
Didn't the police officer not want to come in on a weekend or something like that? So
that's right, yeah. He was, let's see, it happened on a Saturday, I think, and so they arranged that my case would be the first case in court on Monday morning, as long as I pleaded guilty, which I did, so that the copper could get off and have his knees up on the beach.
Didn't he stay the night in the cell too?
Yeah, that was the occasion when he stayed in the jail overnight. I went back to my home on Bassett Road.
And then came back the next day?
And then came into court on Monday morning, first thing.
Gotcha.
Boy, if that wasn't an example of white privilege, because it would not have happened if I was
of color, of any
color.
sort of color. Yeah, right.
It was also
Wow.
interesting that it was Notting Hill Gate, which was the police station that was always trying to bust Oz, and they of course didn't know that I had anything to do with Oz. If they had, it would have been a completely different story.
Oh, wow. Maybe you should tell a little bit about what the Street Lightning Gang is.
Street Lightning Gang was a gang that that Molly Rodriguez, as she was then, she's Molly Bodie now, got together because she said she'd always wanted to have a gang, and I looked down and there on the street was street lighting cover, a street lighting cover, and so that's how we got the name Street Lightning Gang. And it was supposedly a graffiti artists union, which was sort of a contradiction in terms. And Molly was the president. I think I was vice president of the Street Lightning Gang.
And you created stencils.
And I made stencils, one of which is in the corridor out there, which is sort of a winged lightning flash. Spray Go Bolt was the what's the word?
Was the... I don't recall
The
that.
slogan of the Street Lightning
Okay.
Gang. Spray, as in spray, and then run away.
Oh, okay. And then it was supposed to be a transport.
Oh yes, of course. The light, the symbol turns any place that it's sprayed onto into a teleport, and so you can. It gets you where you want to go in your own time. The idea being that you could use, if you sprayed it on your house, you could use that as a teleport and go wherever you want to go, which is why I'm here in San Francisco, in California, since presumably I wanted to go to California, so I used my teleport to teleport me to San Francisco.
And then Hunter,
Oh yeah, Hunter
Robert.
from the Grateful Dead. He asked me if he could use the phrase "get you where you want to go in your own time," and wrote it down in his little black book, and used it in a song. Now, whether it was sung by the Grateful Dead or just by Hunter, I'm not sure, because Groucho could never find a reference to it. But I know it was actually used. I remember hearing it on the radio and thinking, I know that phrase, get you where you want to go in your own time. And realised that it was Hunter's song.
Wow.
But as I say, Groucho really went to town trying to find out where it was quoted, and he couldn't find it. But I know it was.
Where did you see, it's Robert Hunter, right?
Robert Hunter, yeah.
Where did you see him? Inside the Pall Mall or the Shady
No,
Grove?
in Shady Grove.
Okay.
Yeah. He used to.
On Haight Street?
He used to perform there occasionally, and used to come by to watch the bands.
Oh, okay. And you have business cards and things like that for the Street Lightning Gang?
Oh yes. Yes.
And people had to pay $1 membership to be...
I think it was half a crown, 26
Who were some of the members besides you and Molly?
Little Tony, people in Ladbroke Grove, Richard Adams, other people.
That's funny. And then you used to sneak in the little Street Lightning emblem on a lot of the Margot St. James posters you designed for the Hookers
Sneak it
Ball.
in everywhere I could.
Yeah, and add it to the list of promoters. in our hallway we have a collection of posters that David worked on mainly in the 60s and 70s, and on many of them you could see the Street Lightning gang emblem or logo. And yeah, that was good. Neat. Thank you.